In the increasingly intense battlefield, the destruction of advanced technology with extra protection underscores just how horrific the situation is. Buildings that were once bustling with life now stand silent, leaving only skeletons that gape like empty eyes, witnessing every brutality unfolding. Streets that were once filled with life are now blanketed with thick smoke from explosions that continue to shake the ground. The mighty tanks, once symbols of modern military power, now roar with terrifying sounds, spewing fire that signifies death and destruction. But the question arises, is this only experienced by armored vehicles that are rarely mentioned by name? Certainly not. This also applies to what should be considered invincible, such as the Abrams tank. Amidst the ongoing war, a video recently circulated showing a large and imposing M1A1SA Abrams, tightly protected, being transported to the Uralvagonzavod factory in Nizhny Tagil, Russia. This highly respected main battle tank, known as a bastion of defense, has now fallen into the hands of Russian forces after being captured from Ukraine. Could such a formidable war machine so easily fall into Russian hands? Let's dive deeper. A tank that has been part of intense battles is now in a place familiar to the military world, Uralvagonzavod. This factory is well known, even legendary in Russia. Just like the Leopard tank that once passed through it, this Abrams will undergo a thorough examination by specialists at what can be considered the center of everything related to Russian armored vehicles. You've probably heard of the name Uralvagonzavod, right? This factory is not only known for its immense size and facilities, but also for its long history in the design and manufacture of tanks. Over the years, they've honed their expertise in creating, designing, and maintaining legendary tanks. Uralvagonzavod was the heart of Soviet tank development in the past, and its reputation remains strong today. However, this time, the tank arriving at the factory is something extraordinary, an Abrams, an American-made tank captured by Russian forces. While there's no detailed information about its condition, speculation suggests that the tank likely did not sustain significant damage when it was seized on the battlefield. Instead, it will receive maximum care once at Uralvagonzavod, making it the perfect candidate for reverse engineering, a process that allows Russian engineers to study and adopt advanced technologies. Reverse engineering, while not new, has always been a crucial part of military strategy. Everyone knows Russian tanks are already very strong, but every armored vehicle has its own unique strengths. In this case, the Abrams' most notable advantage is its advanced composite armor and the other technologies embedded within it. The opportunity to study and understand these advantages is a golden opportunity for Russia, which can use this knowledge to enhance its own tanks and, of course, weaken Western tanks. This is how the war unfolds, fighting over knowledge and technology. There is still no definite information about the condition of the tank, but one site, Global Tender News, mentioned that in April 2024, a shocking event occurred near Berdichi, where an M1A1 Abrams tank that had just been delivered to Ukraine fell into enemy hands. This tank, which was part of the military aid received by Ukraine, was captured after an airstrike involving Lancet drones and anti-tank missiles fired by the 15th Russian Motorized Rifle Guard Brigade. Despite suffering severe damage from the attack, the vital systems inside the tank still hold significant potential for study. Its complex fire control system, thermal imaging capability, and robust steel armor make it a highly valuable object for those wishing to analyze advanced military technology. However, despite the tank's strategic value, there is a bitter reality to face. Upon review, Ukraine had received 31 Abrams tanks, but now nearly 2/3 of them have been destroyed or severely damaged on the battlefield. Even though these tanks were modified by the United States before being sent to meet strict operational and security standards, the fact remains that the complex and risky battlefield environment has tested the combat vehicle's capabilities. Before being sent to Ukraine, each Abrams tank was modified with various changes. One of these was the removal of advanced armor packages containing depleted uranium, a measure taken to prevent this sensitive technology from falling into Russian hands if the tank was captured. Additionally, advanced electronic and communication systems were downgraded or excluded to simplify the operation and maintenance of the tanks for Ukrainian forces. Despite these modifications, the reality on the ground shows that the challenging battlefield remains difficult to navigate, even with a tank as powerful as the Abrams. The Abrams, one of the most advanced tanks owned by the United States, is just one of many weapons that have fallen into Russian hands. Imagine for a moment if Russian engineers were able to extract valuable elements from these trapped Western technologies. That would certainly be an extraordinary achievement. However, the Abrams is not the only trophy they have acquired. Russian forces have managed to seize countless types of NATO military equipment, from Leopard tanks, which have been repeatedly found on the battlefield, to the tough Marder IFVs. Not to mention the American Bradley IFVs, Swedish CV-90 IFVs, and French AMX-10 RC IFVs have all become part of the equipment that has been captured. This is just the beginning. These advanced weapons are not only being seized and carefully examined, but also showcased to the world. Everyone knows very well what the purpose of these exhibitions is. It's not just to display victory, but to demonstrate that the once proud Western technology is now in their hands. The development of the Leopard at the factory will also determine what happens with the Abrams there. So, do you know how the Leopard is progressing at Uralvagonzavod? Will the findings on the Abrams be worth the effort to bring them to the factory? Leave your thoughts, and thanks for watching.